We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Healing, where we want to regenerate ourselves completely. Well, if you're going to do that, you need the sort of special elixir that has the stuff in it that causes regeneration. Deer antler causes the regrowth of bone, of joint material, of nerves, of skin, of cartilage, of all of the connective tissues. So essentially, if you're training or exercising or trying to rebuild yourself, if you're getting deep body work or doing deep cleansing, everything you need to rebuild your body from the ground up is either in or stimulated by deer antler.
So recovery time, so that basically it's based off of that why recovery time is much better.
Yeah, the reason is because it contains all the things that cause rapid regeneration of tissue. So as you know, when you exercise very vigorously, what happens is there's breakdown or catabolism of tissue. So we need something anabolic, which is the opposite. Catabolism is the breaking down of the body. So I have a friend, for instance, who's a long distance runner, my roommate Frank. And, we gave him the deer antler. He went out and did a 35-mile run and said he had no recovery time the next day, which is not what he's used to. And since then, we've talked to many people who've had massive recovery stories to tell us since they started taking deer antler.
So if someone just forget they're an athlete, let's say they probably would regenerate more throughout the night.
Absolutely. Yeah, and especially if you're on this, again, if you're trying to cleanse and heal and rebuild. Remember that we've looked a lot over the last few decades in the raw food movement. We've looked at things that cleanse. We haven't put a big focus on things that cause the rebuilding. So what do we do once we've cleansed? How do we rebuild ourselves? Well, what if you had a natural food supplement that contained everything you needed to cause almost bionic regeneration? That's essentially what deer antler does.
Wow. I'm about to have a taste of Daniel's product soon. I've actually been experimenting with another one that we've actually created on our website, and I mean, it's made, I can sense like I've been more, it's kind of bashful, but I get a little extra virile here. It's pretty crazy. And can we talk about like how your products compared to most others on the market?
Yeah, absolutely. Most of the other products on the market are a 4-to-1 extract. That means they've got about 4 parts of herb in them and about 1 part of the material that it's extracted into, say in ethanol as an example. Ours is a 43-to-1. It's the strongest extract of deer antler that's ever existed. Now, if you look also, most of the deer antler products out there that are of quality are going to have other herbs in them as well. In other words, they're sort of cut down, so it's difficult to determine the strength. It's also difficult to know based on looking at a bottle, are you getting a product that is cruelty-free? In other words, do you know the animals haven't been castrated? How strong or potent can the medicine be if the animal's been castrated? Ask yourself that. Second, how do we know we're only dealing with growth tips in the antler? How do we know that the animals aren't then being slaughtered also, which is something we don't really want to support? So one of the nice things about this product here is that we know that it's cruelty-free. We guarantee that it's cruelty-free, and it's a 43-to-1 extract compared to the average, which is 4-to-1. Yeah, the strongest that's ever existed. In fact, we have a unique opportunity that the Chinese didn't have. They didn't have the extraction technology. They had to cook the product in order to do it. Our product's never cooked, all cold processed. And also, they had to kill the deer, because you can't walk up to a fertile stag and just ask him for his antlers. So they, of course, were hunting these animals, whereas today we have the ability to do that and maintain the life of that animal so it can continue through its life cycle into old age, growing even better antlers every year. That's really exciting.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So a unique thing about this product is that you want to take it in your mouth and hold it for 90 seconds before swallowing it.
I'm a little nervous about this because of what the other deer antler did. This is 43-to-1, which is in the quality that you're talking about here. I feel a little worried for Angela here. Okay, so what do? I take a whole dropper full?
So you're going to take a whole dropper, you're going to put it under your tongue.
Okay.
Now here's the reason that deer antlers dissolved into ethanol. Now, Matt, the first few times you try this, it might burn a little bit. It might feel a little warm in your mouth, so hold on to it. And you're going to pretty immediately notice you're dealing with something really strong here. Ooh, you're the double dose guy. You might regret that. So here's the thing. The growth factors in deer antler are proteins. And if you were to just swallow that right now, your body would go, oh, protein, and it would disassemble the protein into amino acids. But because you're holding it in your mouth, okay, are your eyes watering that? Because you're holding that in your mouth, the ethanol is carrying the antler through your cheeks into your blood so you can access those really precious growth factors. That's something that the Chinese weren't able to figure out, and we figured out today. Is it warm? All right, so towards the end here, what you want to do is start swishing that through your mouth and try to like paint your cheeks with it so you can get maximum absorption. When all of the ethanol is evaporated away, you're starting to feel like it's cooling down in there. At that point, you can kind of swallow what's left over. And when you swallow it, you'll probably get the real musky flavor of it, which tells you exactly how strong it is. The real distinct flavor of the deer antler.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how's it compare to what you've tried before?
Whoa. Whew. I feel that like. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It dissolves right instantly into your blood through your cheeks and basically heats your whole body right up. Yeah, you feel the warmth.
My whole body is, yeah. That's not the alcohol working, is it?
No, that's actually the ethanol is just carrying the medicine around, and because that alcohol is a slight blood thinner, it transports the material all through your blood really rapidly.
Wow.
And that's again something that wasn't really, the Chinese were boiling it in water, and so they lost most of that effect. So they weren't even able to ever harness the full effect of what the deer antler can do, but that's something we can do now.
Wow, I feel that like through my body, dude. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, what is the difference between, like, you have two kinds, you have a silver and a gold.
So what we've done is we've formulated into two strengths, the gold and the silver.
Wait, dude. I'm really feeling that right now. Oh my god. Okay, silver versus gold.
Alright, so we have silver and gold. The gold is standardized to 100 micrograms of IGF-1. What does that mean? The silver is standardized to 45 micrograms of IGF-1. IGF-1 is a growth factor that's in deer antler and is easy to test for. It would be kind of like testing an orange juice to see how much vitamin C is in it. If we knew how much vitamin C, we could kind of get an idea of how strong the orange juice was. If we took water out of it and concentrated it, we could count how much vitamin C is and know we were something stronger. We standardize our deer antler to IGF-1. No one else is doing that. So none of the other products you're going to find out there are going to claim any strength. And that's because they really can't, or maybe they don't have the technology or they don't have the strength or potency to do it. We've standardized both products. The silver is stronger than anything that's ever existed on the market before, period. The gold is more than double the strength. Now, this is my favorite one. This is the one we've sold the most of. This is what most people like. This is literally the Dom Perignon of deer antlers, the finest deer antler that's ever existed. However, it's really strong. The silver is a bit lower of a price point for people, but it's also an opportunity to take something a little less potent if you're one of those people, say you're a woman who's 4'11". This might knock your socks off, so we have something a little toned down for people. However, we found most people like this one. Most people think this is a better value. Of course, you could take half a dose of this, which would be about equal to this. But we have two strengths just because we want to give people options. I personally usually take this, and every once in a while we'll go through a bottle of silver just to tone it back a little bit because the effects are pretty noticeable and pretty strong. Another thing I'll say is taking this late at night might mean staying up, so keep that in mind. Nice in the morning, nice in the afternoon. I like it all the time personally, but I'll put that warning out there to everybody.
What about, like, does it give like a sensation of love of some sort at all, or is that like...
You're feeling definitely like the warming effect, right? So
Yeah.
as it moves through your body, your entire metabolism heats up. It does cause efficiency, and so you're going to feel it warm in the heart. You'll probably feel it also right out through the extremities. The other places you'll feel it is in the knees and the back. The Chinese classically said that deer antler strengthens the back, strengthens the knees. So you'll start to notice it working in different places in your body, and vessels literally expanding and flooding with blood.
I'm going to start taking this stuff just to experiment. I mean, this is amazing. It feels really good, really good. We have another product we can discuss about. The colostrum that you have.
Right, what's colostrum? You know,
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.